Greetings film fans and welcome to Sheldon Reviews, your one-stop shop for all things film. So, since the Lego movie, people seem to be trying to do their own copies. They don't always turn out that great. So Playmobil the movie is directed by Lino DeSalvo and stars Anna Taylor-Joy as Marla, a young woman who experiences a family bereavement at a young age and so must grow up and try and take control of the household when her brother is sucked away into a special world of Playmobil. Marla follows him and then they're stuck into this adventure, he gets captured and she must go and try and save him. Sound familiar? Now first of all, please excuse the quality of this video. I'm about to go on a holiday to London for the next couple of days, and so this is the only opportunity this week I have to get it out. So I'm filming this very, very late at night, so the lighting's all over the place. There's a glare in the background, I know, and I'm really sorry. But I needed to talk about this film before I go away. Before I give the review, I just want to give you the experience I had when I saw the film. So I went to see this film with a good friend of mine. I was given an option between going to see Playmobil and The Art of Racing in the Rain. Now I chose to go and see Playmobil because I thought it looked funnier and looked like it had a better premise. I really wish I'd have gone to see The Art of Racing in the Rain. Yeah, I'm really sorry guys, this is just not a very good film in any way. I think the word to describe it would be lazy. It is one of the laziest films I have seen this year, if not ever seen. And that's incredibly disappointing because I love the Lego films. I love the Lego movie. I think the Lego Batman is even better. I didn't see the Lego Ninjago or Lego Movie 2 the second part, but I will watch the Lego Movie 2 the second part. Ninjago I never had any particular interest because I had no affiliation with Lego Ninjago as a series, and I thought that I wouldn't be going in with the best mindset to review. I know this is a different company between Lego and Playmobil, it's kind of a knockoff, but I was interested to go and see it because I thought, well, if Lego Movie did it, maybe Playmobil can. It really can't. Okay, I'll give some positives. There's less than usual, but there are a couple. The animation is nice, not as good as the Lego Movie because all the backgrounds are not Lego, which is the kind of the animation quirk of the original. This is sort of just normal plain CGI backgrounds, which are fine for what they are, but I think that they could have done more with those. Two cast members stand out. Anna Taylor-Joy as Marla is fine, she's serviceable, she's a good actress, and she carries that across well in both the early scenes and the late scenes. And Daniel Radcliffe is in this film, which I didn't know before I went in. He plays a secret agent called Rex Dasher, and at the very least he had a character. He voiced it very well, he was charming, likeable, and he had this very weird personality quirk with being very vain, which I think worked to the film's advantage. I thought it was very funny. And that's about where the positives end for me. I think ultimately maybe it's a harmless film for children, but whereas when I went to see the likes of the Angry Birds 2, I said that this is fine for children and it's a decent film. I really just cannot get into this film at all for many reasons. Let's start with the story. It's a knockoff of a million other things. It's trying so hard to add in as many cliches as humanly possible. Just chuck another one, and then another one, and then another one. There's a family bereavement. Never seen that before. You've got a scene where a character goes, surely it can't get any worse. I wonder what's coming. Oh no, it starts to rain. You know, it's just all of these cliches and it's like, oh, it becomes incredibly predictable and boring. Whereas the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie did things to subvert those expectations. The Playmobil movie just confirms them, and for me that's incredibly disappointing. This is Lino DeSalvo's first feature-length film that he has directed. He is primarily an animator, and you can tell the story is incredibly choppy. It's very one-note, very one-dimensional. There doesn't seem to be any twists and turns. You know exactly the way it's going from the first part to the end, which makes it extremely predictable and tedious to watch. I also think some of the voice acting is fairly weak. You've got Jim Gaffigan playing Dell, and he's not awful, but it just kind of comes across as this, again, very one-note, one-dimensional. It just seems like he's playing himself, which is a shame because I think the magic of voice acting is that you can bring a different character and a different personality with your voice, and I think that it was just a bit bland. And Adam Lambert plays Emperor Maximus. If you don't know Adam Lambert, he's the new lead singer of Queen. I think he's okay with what he's given. It's way too corny and way too over the top for me, and I think probably for kids as well. He's not too bad. He's got a bit of character, a bit of personality, which this film desperately needs. It's not the worst performance, but it's not the best. Also, one thing that I really didn't know about this film going in, and I was surprised to learn, is that it's a musical. Now I want to talk a little bit about musicals and when music fits well into a story. For me, a musical, if you're going to do one, you have to add the songs, especially into an animation, to make it so that it advances the plot and feels welcomed. You want to feel like when a song comes on, you want to hear it. That's my experience with the likes of Moana and Frozen, which I think are both great films, because when the music starts, you want to hear a musical number. In Playmobil, when the music starts, I zone out. Every time a character started to sing, I thought to myself, oh no, here we go again. And I think that's incredibly disappointing because there is one good song in this, which is sung by Emperor Maximus, because shock horror, it's Adam Lambert and his voice is insane. And none of the singing is particularly bad. They're just drab and boring. At least that song had a little bit of a catchy rhythm. I mean, Meghan Trainor is in this film as a fairy godmother. She has something to do, sort of. But the rest of the songs, thankfully, they're mercifully short. But the opening number, which features Marla and Charlie, was just painful. And I just was the whole thing just going, oh, come on, get on with it now. Let's move on and let's get into this world. Because they do try and do some clever things with Playmobil. And ultimately, it just comes across as a 2-hour product placement for Playmobil. I know that's kind of what they did with the Lego movie, but the Lego movie made it inventive, and the Lego Batman movie made it inventive. They took the source material and they tried to change it. This doesn't. And unfortunately, I think even kids will have a hard time getting into this because of its boring, lazy, predictable nonsense. And coming round to rate Playmobil the movie, did I enjoy it? I'm really sorry, but the answer is no. I don't like to be negative. I really wanted this film to be good, and ultimately I just don't think that worked. It's the most disappointing film of the year, and for me it's one of the worst films of the year. I'm very sorry, but this really wasn't for me. Okay, so now time for my big announcement. Now, I said next week I'm going to be releasing 2 new special top 10 videos, and I can now reveal what they are. My top 10 favourite films of all time, and my Sheldon Shames, my top 10 least favourite films of all time. These are not going to be the top 10 best films, they're going to be my personal picks for my favourite, so you can get a sense of who I am as a moviegoer going forward. So let me know if you did see the Lego Playmobil. Don't if you haven't. But what did you think of it? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and keep talking about film.